Taurus.
Hello Taurus, and this is your February forecast for 2013, and we'll be checking your planets to see what they're going to do for you this month. At the beginning of the month, we've got two planets now changing signs. It's Venus and Mars. Just on the first couple of days here, you're wrapping up what you have been working on here over the last month or longer. So for you, we'll start off with Venus, which has then moved from your 9th house. So you've been collecting a lot of insight, data, information as to the research that's where you're heading towards your career, that you can place into your career. And this is what's going to light up for you here in February. It's all about, how can I expand? How can I bring more worth forward? How can I achieve a higher sense of success? And I see that you will be very original and creative in how you can start making more money and achieving that success that you've been working for, and also because you need it at this point. So just as we head in here on the 4th and 5th, Mars will be conjunct here Neptune, which will allow you also to find, again, this is like a double whammy coming in, because you're going to be able to find new creative ways that are, even to you, maybe somewhat surprising, because they seem to be like coming from above and down, downloading inspirations. Listen to it so you can find your path and your drive. And Venus will be there too, supporting this and allowing it to be a little bit more of a cheerful, fun time as you go about it. Your Mars will be moving from your career house. You've been working a whole lot here just recently, over the last month or so, on how to get ahead, looking at the changes, how you can lay down new foundations upon the old, and bring with you those things that you have achieved, but to renew them. And this is where Venus is going to come in and find a fun way to do this. So as Mars kind of steps back out of this area, I see it moving into friends. This is where your focus is going to be. You've just been work, 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 but now it's like time to take off and spend time with friends, be a little bit more social, and allow yourself to absorb the warmth from these groups around you. And some of you might start reaching out more to social networks and communicate there as well, and create new people or create new lists of friends that you can have for a long time to come. Okay, so I see this whole rush of people coming in. And then for you, it's like, yes, there has been a lot of change for many of you Taurians, and some of it is good, some of it has been a little upsetting maybe. Uranus creates these changes for patterns that no longer serve us any purpose, so don't be sad. Actually embrace it, and sooner than later you will see exactly why certain doors closed, because as your new chapters open up, you will see how things unexpectedly can come into your life with bright, brilliant energy. And I think once again, it's like these new people that may be entering your life too, right after these changes that you've had here at the end of 2012. Also, I see that you can be developing step by step more of a spiritual consciousness, seeing how, because you're normally so practical, I won't say skeptical, but some of you are, but you've been, you know, so down to earth. And what's happening to you right now is that you're opening up to this. There might be something more. There might be a reason for things happening. You're starting to notice serendipity, déjà vus in your life. You might be opening up to dreams at night that guide and lead you. Heed these messages, because this is you getting information from your higher self and from your angels and guides as well. And flashes of inspiration, and a lot of the new people that you might be meeting may have a different quality, a different tone to them, rather than the old group, because now as you have Neptune entering into your 11th house, I see how you can be attracting a lot more people that are creative, they're artistic, they're spiritual. So this is going to be lifting and rising your soul, and I see you enjoying this. This is going to be opening you. Now, and then Jupiter just went direct here right before the month started, and I think you're going to be really happy for it, because you will see that your income sector now is going to take a little jump, a little leap forward. This will help you feel a little bit more secure, and of course this is really important to you Taurians, to know that you have your monetary security. So that's going to be moving forward, and February through June is looking great for that. Then it's going to shift areas, okay? You're going to start, we'll talk about that later, but then you're going to be out and about and traveling some more. So let's see what Saturn is doing for you. We mentioned Saturn here in the January forecast. This is going to be a part of your chart for at least a couple of years, and it's all about relationships and weeding out what doesn't work, but also securing what does work. So some of you may feel that you're leaving something behind that's outgrown its purpose in a relationship or marriage, and others of you will be tying the knot and securing it, bringing it together, because this is what feels good and secure. So that will be either way, depending on aspects in your own natal birth chart, and which I can't see from here. However, though, I also see how Pluto's going to be, over a long time, maybe over the next decade and beyond, is going to be transforming the way you think, the way you feel and believe, religion, spirituality, how history repeats itself in cycles, and how you can go deeper within your own cellular memory, into your own past. Flashes coming up, not just from this lifetime, you know, your teens and childhood, but flashes that may come up and really make sense to you now, how things tie together karmically in the long span of time. Past lives, not just a past life, but how we seem to repeat patterns. And it's when you open up over this next decade to see how everything we do in the now really affects you in the future. We might make choices differently in the now, or not just the future in the next year, 5 or 10, but what we do now is actually affecting you and your next lives. So that's going to become more important. I see a lot of you starting to study new philosophies, growing that part of your spirit and consciousness, and it will be an exciting time. It may be a very deepening time for you, but nonetheless, I see that it is something that you'll be really happy for, because it is an exciting journey. You have started a soul journey, Taurus. But let's look at a couple of dates for you now in February. We're starting off the top of the month here with something really nice. On the 4th, we have Mars and Neptune conjunct. So you may be speaking with some male person around you. It could be your partner. Some of you might find a new partner on this date, and in that case, it just seems to be very otherworldly and nearly too good to be true. This beautiful Neptunian quality where things are just felt deeply within. And then on the 5th, Mercury is going to enter Pisces, which is harmonious with your sign. So you may start thinking a whole lot more about the romantic aspects of your life, because that is Pisces. It has a lot of that spiritual connection with the people you bond with. And on the 5th and 6th, we have a few things going on, so mark that on your calendar. We got unexpected news, a little bit exciting, and it could also tie into romantic things. We have Venus and Uranus sextile. So you, once again, if you didn't meet anybody there on the 5th, you know, or on the 4th, it may come in here on the 5th and 6th with this Venus, and if so, it will be like a lightning bolt will hit you out of nowhere. It's really exciting, and it may come from an area you weren't even expecting or looking for somebody, and then boom, here is this person. And I see a lot of communication taking off right off the bat with whoever this person is around you. It might be somebody you're already with that now suddenly is kind of like cutting through to that point of your own heart. So those communications should be good and very optimistic, because I see you talking about long term as well. Venus will be trining Jupiter, and so both of those two together are the best planets we can have. It's hope and it's expansion. It's, you know, the most optimal stage of how we can feel and relate to our partners and people in our life. And it also rules money, both of them. So Venus can bring you in something, and with Jupiter it's big. So look at a good time. Actually, there's two areas this month that could be good for finances for you. So this is one of them. Now on the 10th, there might be something, communications not working too well. In matters of the heart, somebody might be a little short, or you might feel cut off or whatever. But you know what? There's a kiss and makeup day right next to it on the following day, on the 11th. So don't let it jar you. Now, if there's things that you would like to talk about and share, you know, this might have come out and not been received too well, or somebody may be doing that to you, sharing something that you're not receiving it too well. But I see you kind of talking through it, so don't jump to any major conclusions due to it. And then on the 15th, we have a powerful day. If you are thinking about starting something new, launching a new venture or enterprise, or also starting to date somebody, let me tell you though, this is a powerhouse with Mars and Pluto there in a sextile. There's a lot of passion, whether you put it to a partner or you put it to work. In the career field, this is a great day, especially launching new things, because it will bring with it the genetics of it into the future. And then we have the Sun entering Pisces on the 18th, so it's a time to start feeling your heart, expressing your heart, doing those things that you're idealistic about. It's going to follow the year for the whole month. And on the 21st, we have a day of compassion and feeling and reflection. And some of you might feel a little melancholy too if there's things from the past coming up. A teary day for both good and bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just an emotional day. And then we have also on the 25th a few things happening. Venus is going to join the Sun and Mercury into Pisces. So now we have a little stellium going on there. Pisces is always a great month to be a part of, because it just ties in the oneness of not just who we are, but the oneness of everybody that we encounter. There's this sense of unconditional love being expressed. So this will be wonderful for you, and especially also because you have Pisces in your 11th house, I'm sorry. So it's just such a beautiful time to share with friends in a heartfelt way throughout this whole year. This is like your time of the year to do that. And then we have Mercury and Mars conjunct there, and for you that will be in your 11th house. So if you're going to be talking to groups, fronting something or presenting something to some organizations, great time for that. Communications run very not just efficiently, but also very pinpointedly to the goals that you're trying to achieve. And so it would be the best time for doing any kind of contracts related to it, for example. And it's also a good time for you to communicate with men, whether this is co-workers or bosses or your significant others, to make your point crisp and clear. And at the end of the month for you, Taurians, it's a Venus-Neptune conjunct. So once again, very romantic. So I think this month is going to be really nice for you, one way or the other, because it's like I see this partnership running as a theme. throughout the whole month for you, and it's going to end on a great note. So, and it's bringing you into March. So March will tell you more about your forecast and where this is going to go, where it's going to lead you. So I really enjoyed talking to you, Taurians, but please stay tuned because I will be uploading more videos, a little bit on palmistry, a little bit on tarot, so you can learn and get some insights on that. Plus also the event calendar for February onwards, for when we can meet in class and go through a lot of these things. So I hope to see you soon. Bye now.